Welcome back, Lion family, to Live with the Lions. This is actually episode 7, and we're not canceled yet. Today, we're joined by the one and only Madison Hardy, who has not made an appearance yet, but we're very excited to have. Hardy, why don't you introduce yourself to keep things rolling?
Hey everyone, Madison Hardy, a rising junior. Took a gap year alongside a lot of my teammates, but happy to be joining the team back in fall. During this kind of gap year period, I've been working full time with Baylor Wealth Management, just learning a lot of great things, hoping to take back to school and hopefully learn those lessons for the work world. Just been home here in Gaithersburg, Maryland, working out, playing basketball. Not a whole lot has changed, but excited to be on Live with the Lions.
You did get a dog, though.
I did. We got a dog about 3 weeks before the whole corona thing, and he developed severe separation anxiety.
No.
So the best idea we had was just to get another dog. So they're both have separation anxiety together. So I feel like they both cancel each other out, so they're fine.
What kind of dog is it?
They're both mini golden doodles. And they're
Oh my God.
Blood brothers too.
I mean, we've had the we've been lucky enough to have these dogs in the back of some Zoom calls. I think last week you were saying
try
something.
to keep them out.
Yeah. Last week you had something pretty powerful you were saying, and you're like, oh, the dog. She's up. It was like a baby. So you became a dog mom over quarantine. You were taking the year off. Obviously the work world's very different than being a student athlete, but in the same way, you've been keeping up with workouts and working. What has that been like for you?
It's definitely been a little stressful at times. Like the whole work day, 8-hour work day is a lot. And obviously I'd never experienced anything like that just being in school. But I think it was an interesting perspective to get during the gap year and kind of be happy that I don't have to do it for two more years. But just kind of trying to stick on a schedule I've found is useful, because obviously we work out in the mornings when we have practice in the real world. So I've been trying to get everything done before I have work to kind of keep that same schedule going.
So you get up, work out, walk the dog, and then you're Zooming all day. What is the work day like?
Yeah, so I'm not Zooming all day. I'm pretty I talk a lot with my boss. Shout out Blaine. He's a great guy. We have a great relationship. But I talk to him pretty much every day, and I hop on a few calls throughout the week, but normally just kind of doing research and projects on my own and reaching out when I need help.
I love it. Well, it's gonna look good on your resume moving forward, already having some work experience.
Yeah, I hope
so. So I think we can kind of move on. You're moving back to New York in summer?
Yep, May 16th. So I guess that's summer.
Yeah. It's
spring summer.
We'll call it spring summer. What are you guys most excited about to be back here?
Honestly, I'm just excited to be around them. I love my mom and my brother and my dogs, but I've seen too much of their faces, and I'm just ready to just be around them and kind of get that experience back, because when we were on campus, we never left each other's sides, and it's been kind of strange being out here on an island, but it's definitely so. I'm just so excited to be in each other's faces all the time.
Other than being in our workout facility all the time, what is the main area where you guys hang out? Is it the dorms?
Yeah, I'd say it was the dorms. Freshman year it was probably Carmen, and then sophomore year, I would say probably Plimpton. We had a lot of good times in Plimpton. It's a little small, but we all crammed in there. Hannah, on many occasions, made family dinners, and we crammed 12 people around that little dining room table. Had some nice barbecue chicken, but yeah, I would say the dorms mostly because it gets cold sometimes. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can't be hanging out outside.
We've heard a lot about Hannah Pratt being the mom of the team and cooking food and doing people's laundry. I think she comes up every conversation I have with people, and it's amazing.
Really?
We'll have to have her on. And she says she hates the role, but I'm like, I think you like
No, she
it.
loves it. She loves it. She loves
Right, right. So talk to me about the BSAA. I know you and Lil have been heavily involved in that. Just walk everyone through what that is, what you guys have been up to, and what we can hopefully expect in the future with more projects or awareness pieces that you guys are putting out.
Yeah, definitely. So I'd say late summer after kind of the whole revolution of the social justice awakening, Paul and Rachel, he's on the football team and she's on the track team, came together and kind of birthed BSAA, Black Student Athlete Alliance. And through along the way, they grabbed Lil, Ty, he'll be graduating from the men's basketball team, and along came Ike and myself, and we kind of created the BSAA kind of experience for Black athletes at Columbia, just to kind of have a safe space to talk about what the experience is like, and just talk about really anything and create that kind of space that never existed before. And we have throughout last semester and this semester, we kind of put on panels talking to Black alumni, mental health professionals, just speakers to speak on what it is to be a Black athlete, what it is to be a Black Columbia student, just try and learn as much as we can from those professionals. And we've also tried to implement some community service, which should be on the way soon, with kind of connecting with the Harlem community. And for the future, we just try to bring in as many ideas to the table as we can. And with time, we'll just grow even larger and reach more athletes. And we hope to work with other athlete groups like SAC and other groups on campus to kind of just grow our experience and kind of learn from other groups and teach other groups and stuff like that.
I mean, what you guys have been doing is amazing. It's only going to grow more, like you said. I think getting involved with SAC and other teams and all that is always good.
Yeah.
What is like the biggest thing you and Lil you think have taken away from that experience of being able to talk to other student athletes, have those panels, reach out to alum, and all that good stuff?
I think my biggest revelation, and I think Lil can testify to this too, came after our first meeting. And just kind of, we see, I mean, obviously through a virtual space, we see familiar faces on Zoom and hear them talk and think, oh, well, I have that exact same experience. And sometimes, especially with the hustle and bustle of New York City, we just find ourselves just walking past each other in common spaces and not really developing a relationship with each other. But I feel like this group has given us a sense of they're our equal, and it's not just seeing the Columbia, they have the Columbia gear, we have the Columbia gear. It's just like a safe space to say, let's cultivate this relationship between our teams, between players on different teams, and just kind of relate to each other.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm excited to see what else comes of this. And obviously our women's basketball involvement is definitely going to be something I think we're going to be doing aside from our like weekly team meetings and talks with all of that. And we've been really trying, I think, this past semester to like continue talking about things. I know from a staff perspective, that's been very important. And I hope like everyone else is obviously.
Exactly.
Taking the serious things aside, like what have you been doing with like your time? Are we reading books? Are we watching TV?
Like always, I mean, our Columbia women's basketball family is very closely tied to the Bachelor. So when I'm not working, when I'm not working out, I'm an avid Bachelor fan. This season was a little bit of a letdown, but I think we have two Bachelorette seasons coming in a row. I think it's Bachelor, Bachelorette. in the fall and spring, or summer and fall. So
Wait,
I'm
I
really.
did not know. Is this a team thing? You guys all watch it?
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. On
Stop.
our last days on campus, I'm pretty sure we were watching the finale of The Bachelor or
What?
Bachelorette.
How did I not know this? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a weekly gathering.
There is something about like live TV where you're not streaming it. You don't know what's going on. You can come together and watch it. It's like watching a game, I guess, but you're just talking about who gets a rose and who doesn't. That's amazing. I didn't know that you guys did that.
Yeah, we're big fans. Bachelor Nation.
Okay, so we're staying in touch about The Bachelor. Love that. What else? Is there anything that you're doing aside from basketball, aside from the team, to kind of fill your time, enjoy your, I guess, not, I don't want to say time off because you're very busy. It's very busy,
Yeah.
guys. It's very hard to book Madison Hardy on this call. She's so busy.
Well, between work and working out and all that stuff, I have been trying to use this time to just kind of spend time with my family, not only my brother and my mom, but my grandparents. Just because we didn't really think we would have this time, I thought I would be in New York for the majority of what was last year and this year. So just trying to take advantage of that time and hang out with them.
Okay. I love that. How is your mom? I miss her. I miss seeing her in the stands, so loud, screaming for you. You always know, like, she has a very distinct, like, voice.
Yeah.
Do you hear her? Do you hear her in the stands?
Oh, definitely. I try and like tune it out. But
Yeah, you're like, stop.
yeah. Yeah. It feels good. So she feels on top of the world because she is fully vaccinated, but
Nice.
obviously still socially distancing and stuff.
Right.
But she's good. She's a big fan of the dogs. She's also I guess a dog grandmother if I'm the mother.
Yeah, you're the mom. She's a grandma.
But luckily she's out with the puppy, taking him to the vet, so he's not barking on the podcast.
Got it.
But yeah, she's all right. She's having a good time.
So last little segment, let's talk about basketball now because we are a basketball team. I know we get lost in the sauce on this. Sometimes I can talk about just everything and that's okay. But
I would say I'm just dedicating this time to just become bigger, faster, stronger. Although I can't get bigger vertically. Just trying to get just stronger and faster and healthier. And also for the more concrete basketball part, just kind of scoring from different levels and different areas and trying to be more dimensional in that way.
Do you have a player that you sort of look up to or try to follow their game?
I mean, I gotta say Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. I just think it's the obvious answer, but those guys are just so fun to watch. Sadly, Klay got injured, but I definitely try and channel that aggressive nature, just looking to score at any time they can, really, and just being good teammates as well.
You need a splash brother, is what you're saying.
I do.
Although
it was Riley Casey.
Yeah.
Applications are open.
I think Coach Ty would be mad at me if I didn't mention the wing group. Your group text has to be a chicken wing, no?
Yes, absolutely.
So good. Who's in it for the fans?
Myself, Abby Shue, Eden Gaynor, and Coach Ty.
I mean, what a squad.
I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better group of people.
So Hardy, before we go, I don't want to air out when we're recording this, just in case it takes me a while to edit it. But
yeah.
Recently, there was a women's basketball. There's been a lot of women's basketball on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure I want to ask you who you want to win, just in case I don't finish it before then. But what do you think? I mean, it's just like all over social media. The world is like so zeroed in on it. It's so great to watch. It's changing. It really is. Give me your like
Yeah.
thoughts. I know you're an opinionated girl.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm not working out, playing basketball. I'm pretty big on TikTok. And just to see this as a platform for the individuals that made the tournament to be able to kind of document the injustices and inequalities was really interesting to see unfold because at first I see it on my TikTok and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then I
Mhm.
turn over to NBC, MSNBC, and then I see like the same videos on there kind of getting out to the entire world. I thought it was really important. Not only to say this is not great, this is happening, but also just saying these student athletes, I mean, playing during COVID, just doing all the things that they needed to do to be able to make the tournament. I think it really showed the world how important the women's game is and how it's really equal to the men's game. And that was just really crazy to watch. But all the games have just been phenomenal. Just I can't take my eyes off the TV. But it's been amazing to watch, even if you can't be a part of it, sadly, because of the season cancellation. It's been great to watch.
All right, Hardy. Well, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
All of these episodes and previous ones are on our YouTube channel. We'll post segments of this to Instagram, Twitter, also YouTube. And yeah, I mean, thanks for joining, Hardy. It's great to catch up, and I can't wait to see you in New York very soon, in a month.
Very soon, in a month. I'm ready.
In a month.
Count down the days.